Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me Ahmed. So in today's video I'm going to be replacing the leather gear gaiter. I got a new replacement one. This one's a leather one, not the cheaper type ones, vinyl ones you can get. And I've also got a new carbon fibre and aluminium gear lever. This one is just a plain one at the top. You can get the caps for it to screw this off, and then you can change the cap at the top to have whatever you want. Just find the one with the right fitting. Say if I wanted to source a Nissan top, I can do that, but at the moment I'm just going to leave it plain and just see how I get on with this one. But yeah, that's this one. Nice little carbon fibre and aluminium gear lever, and yeah, I'll be fitting it today. Obviously the existing one is a bit flappy, very worn out. The leather at the bottom just looks a bit tired. So this is the new one I went and got. It's off eBay. I'll put the link in the description below. It's £15. This one's got the yellow stitching. I was going to continue with the similar gold theme I've got with the car, around the car. So I've got the gold bumper release, gold engine bay screws, the gold calipers, etc. So this yellow, we're just going to go with that. It's going to be a really quick install. Essentially, I just got to remove this ashtray surround. So that should just lift up and out. So I've just pulled it from here up and out. Don't want to pull it all the way out because there's a light that's going to be going to the back there, and then there's going to be another power supply that's going to be coming to the 12 volt. So when I pick that up, you're going to see that I've got some wires there, and then I've got a wire here. This one should just pop out, so I'm just going to release that. So yeah, to release the cigarette lighter, there's a little tab here. We just pressed that and then that came off. Here's the other tab. No, it was just easier to just twist it out because the bulb's down. So that's that out. And next, what we've got to do is from the top, I'm just going to peel this back because otherwise this is going to, the leather on the top, it's just going to stop us from spinning it, because basically this has just got to unscrew off. So I'm going to peel that back. This should just, that's how I've done it on my other car. On my other GT, if you follow me on my Instagram, you would have seen I've done this before. But I'm not getting anywhere. It's not. There you go, with a bit of force, it's broke the bead, and now that should just continue unscrewing off the top. So there you go. But yeah, essentially that's it. So this whole assembly has come out now. In here is going to be a wire clip underneath, and that is just what we're going to unclip out. Okay, so if we start from the side, because it's more flexible on the side, and there you go. So that is it out. So that was the old leather strap off the gear levers. It's a bit unrecognisable at the moment, but that went like that, that went like that. So that, bit of a dog's dinner. I don't know, we might see if we can get another one made, and then so we still got the original gear lever, but it just looks a bit boring. So yeah, we're going to be swapping out that is to match the steering wheel two-tone seat colour. So I think on 98 onwards they changed the revision where it's got a two-tone steering wheel, so that was supposed to match that. So we've got the leather, the blue leather on here, and then blue leather on the steering wheel. So that was that. So that's why it's different colour to everything else. It doesn't really match the seat leathers or anything because the seat is grey. The gear lever was a bit like a bluish shade. So that's that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the new gear gaiter thingy, my bobby. What we're going to do first is obviously put it inside out. And you want the stitching facing you, so where you're going to be sat, obviously put it up the right way around. The stitching is going to be facing yourself, and you can't get it wrong because the shape of the piece will fit in there. If you have it the other way around, you'll see gaps at the top, so you can see the gaps over here. So yeah, it does need to, you can only put it in one way, you can't get it wrong. And yeah, so we'll just quickly go and put that in from underneath. So I'm going to do this, put it in there, and then the inside this has got like a wire, which is why it's holding it shape. Not all of the leather gaiter kits come with the wire. This one was already with the wire. You can get it cheaper, but that doesn't come with the wire, and then you've got to faff around with taking the old wire out of here, which is, this is all stitched up, so then you've got to sort of either rip all of this out, or you have to rip it out. But yeah, so you can retain this clip if you can get hold of this piece without the metal bar inside for about just over £5, maybe £6-7. But this is £15. It's a little bit more, but they glue it for you, so it's got all the glue stuck on here. So this is all still sealed already, so you don't need to go and stitch it into place. And you get another wire clip. What I've found is the original clip is a lot more sturdier. This one, as you can see, is being deformed quite quicker. So I don't know if the camera's showing that, so if I do that, can you see that? This one, you can deform it. It's not the same grade as this one, whereas this one, it's taking a lot more force and is a lot stiffer wire and is not letting you change its shape. But once it's in the clips, you won't be able to compress it anyway, because it's going to be sat in where it's supposed to be sat, and you've got the frame around it, so you can't split that. So yeah, so I'm just going to put this in. It's going to go this way around, and then you can see that there's 2 up here that is going to go into 2 down here. Yeah, you just got to make sure you push it actually underneath these triangle clips. Otherwise it will be there, but it won't be clipped in, so it will still be sliding around. The main problem we're going to have trying to push them in, so I've got most of them in. These ones aren't in yet, as you can see, as they're still outside. There should be like flush at the back here. These ones are nearly in, those ones are in, and this one needs to come in. So basically I've only got these ones in. But because the leather is a lot thicker, you're having to push through a lot of more material underneath the hooks. I don't know if that's going to show you. But yeah, essentially this has got to squeeze into that gap there. So this bit here, I've just inverted the original gear gaiter. So it had this plastic hook with the metal clip on top. So I've pulled the plastic clip off and the metal ring. I'm going to basically reverse that procedure. So I'm going to feed the metal ring over the leather. This one's going to be a bit more harder to work with, again, like I said, because this material is a lot thicker than this material. So this just going to be a bit harder to work with, but we're going to see if we can get it done. So I managed to put the rubbery plastic bit inside the top of there. So what I'm going to do is just pull up the metal ring. So there you go. I fed in the metal ring first, then I put this grommet type thingy in at the top, pulled the metal ring back up, and that should be now. If I put it back in, now we're going to have, again, as we did from factory. You didn't need to do this. I've never done this bit before when I've done it in the past. So now you'll have that bit sticking out at the top, and it'll be solid around. This will straighten out once I push because this is flexible rubber, once I push the actual thingy through, all of that will straighten out. You can see it's a bit of a bent join, shall we say? I don't know. But that will straighten out once I push this bit through. And also, because it's got the lip over here, around the gear stick thingy, it will stop the thing from just sliding all the way down. That plastic thing will catch it here. So yeah, I've clipped that in. These 2 aren't going in at the moment because of the extra material and because it's got the stitching there, so it's raised up the depth that needs to be pushed into the gaps. The others are all in, pushed in, so I'm happy with that. I'm just going to play with this a minute just to make sure that's all in. So I've more or less managed to push that in now. It's not the best, but that's as far as it's going to go because of the stitching on this side. These ones are perfectly in. The inner ones are slightly out a bit, but they're pushed into the recess, but mainly because of the stitching that's there and the double layer of, if you can see here, it's got the double layer for how it's been stitched. So those ones are going to have a bit of a pain to fit in, but the rest of them are all done, and I'm happy with that. And then from the top, you can't see any gaps from the top. Oh, you can't when you pull it up. Not that you will be pulling it up, I'm just showing you that it doesn't pull out. Is all locked into place. So yeah, to fit it, you just want to make sure you've got your light connected. So it's going to be one light that I pulled out, and then the connector over here. That's going to be pretty straightforward. I'm going to push the light in first. So I've got the light in, and then last I've got this other connector that needs going in. So yeah, that's all connected in now. So yeah, plugged in all the wires back in, that's all sat in place, the metal clip, and essentially at the bottom there's 2 tabs, so you're going to have to push it back in place. So position those 2, and then the rest should sit in place. It's got a couple of clips here that you just press it into place. So I'm just going to line up the 2 tabs at the front. You can see there you go, that's those ones done, and then I'm just going to make sure this is positioned so it's easier right now. It is slightly deformed, I can take that back out, but this is just going to stop the leather from sliding all the way down to the bottom, which is why I put that in, because I done it last time without putting that in, and then you end up seeing like a little bit of the metal, but this way is going to keep the leather gaiter a lot higher up now without it keeping falling down, so it's going to hide the metal shaft underneath. Yeah, you just press it into place, and then just press a couple of these, and yeah, it did clip in. You did hear it click in, and yeah, that's all done over here. So there was a couple of tabs over here, they're all clipped in, just rub my finger on them and they're all clicked in. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to see which one of the gear lever I bought came with some connectors, so I'm going to see which one of these three actually fits. So yeah, I've just gone and positioned this one over. This one's the best fit, that seems to go over it the best. So I'm going to pull that off, screw the adapter inside, and now essentially this should just screw on top. Okay, so I've put the new gear gaiter in. This is a leather one, and obviously the carbon fibre and alloy gear stick, sorry. Yeah, that's how it looks. Feel wise, it's alright, you know. And it doesn't seem to be pulling out of anything. It does seem a little bit stiff on this side. There's a lot more material on this side. But yeah, it's not giving me any stress. But yeah, it does seem a little bit tight. But obviously that's as far as it's going to go. You're not going to be pulling it back any further. Otherwise, all in all, I'm happy with that. It still seems to have that extra 5mm gap, so I don't know. I still put the plastic thing that came with the old gaiter thing. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, I did still keep that one in place. But yeah, didn't seem to have made any difference. Maybe it's just the fitting of these replacement covers. But yeah, it's alright. And yeah, it goes into every one without any issues. There's no stretch, there's no pull. And yeah, I'm happy with that. It looks alright, so it might be a little bit too high, but if you're doing track days, it's a lot better because you're closer to the steering wheel now. I don't know if it actually is higher. It feels like it is. If I do that side to side, okay, yeah, it's slightly about, don't know how much that is, but it's slightly higher. But I think you mainly feel it because this one's got a rounded top. At the top is flatter at the top, and that one's more of a dome. It's less rounded at the top, shall we say? So it's more of a straight, whereas this one, it bevels off a bit. I don't know if you know what I mean, but yeah. So I suppose on track days and that, this one's going to feel a lot better, just generally. Because we'll be back at the steering wheel a lot quicker. But yeah. I hope you liked the video. If you drop me a comment and let me know what sort of videos you'd like to see on the car. I've got this Primera GT, and I've got a Honda Accord, and I've got a VW Up. And yeah, I'll see if I can get some videos filmed. It'd be appreciated if you could like the channel, like the video, subscribe to my channel. And yeah, as always, your support is always appreciated. And yeah, thanks for watching.